ANZAC Day kicks off with the traditional Dragons and Roosters clash. I assume it's at the SCG. Yes, it is. Where the Dragons keep the same 17 that defeated the Knights last week. For the Roosters, Nguama's out of the team, with Momorowski coming in at centre. Suwali stays in the wing, and Crichton officially named to start in the back row. Takiaho comes onto the bench. Gump, how's ANZAC Day kicking off?
I'm going to pick the Roosters 1-12. It's always a pretty emotional encounter. I think both teams sort of get up for it and pencil it in on the calendar as a big match for them. I think the Roosters, despite being clunky and a bit frantic this year, I think will still have too many guns for the Dragons. I anticipate that their forwards will really dominate the Dragons' forwards in this game, and then we might see hopefully some free-flowing footy from the Roosters and see the best of them. The Dragons, I guess their back five still hold the key there, and hopefully Mbai can join the party with the other four and get a little bit of extra yardage for them and create a little bit. I'm going to go first try scorer for Suwali and man of the match for Tedesco.
I'm going to go 1-12 Roosters as well. Tough contest and still clunky, the Roosters, so would want to see them before I really back them to score any more points. Going to say Angus Crichton. Now he seems to be fitter and hitting the line a little bit harder. He might get both man of the match and first try scorer for me. Oliver?
Yeah, I'm going to go Roosters 1-12 as well, purely because the word we've been using is clunky, and I think they still will be a little bit, but at the end of the day, a much better side than the Dragons. I'm going to go first try scorer, though, Zach Lomax. Man of the match, James Tedesco. Although nothing against Moses Mbai, I do have to disagree with what Gump said before, how he hopes he sort of joins the party with the back five. I very much hope he doesn't, and that's purely because I want to see Tyrone Slot.
Oh, I agree, but I hope for St George's chances of winning.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I agree with you there.
I think it's I think we've been scared off by the Roosters playing as poorly as they have done recently. I'm going to go with them 13 plus. After the defensive output that the Dragons put up against the Knights when they realistically only had two players that were bending the line at any different time, there's going to be 3 or 4 different blokes out of the Roosters team that are going to be bending this line back, and they're going to do it through the middle, and then they're going to do it on the edges as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they've been told to direct all their attack quickly to an edge and then come back on that 45-degree angle. And I can see a lot of points coming on either side of the goalposts through Walker, through Crichton, through Tupanua, and Tedesco.
Massive in.
Yeah, so I've got man of the match Tedesco. I think he's going to break the line at will at different times during this game and set up his men on his inside and outside. And then I'm going to go with Tupanua for the first try scorer.